Okay, so the question has been brought up on a lot of the groups. Do you have to hole punch your page before you washi tape? No. Should you? Sure. Do you have to? No. You can repunch it. It can be a pain in the butt to do if you are not using a punch that has a guide bar, but we'll get into that here in just a minute. I'm actually going to decorate my page. We're gonna zoom in a little bit, and I'm hoping that I can keep you in screen. Okay, so you may not see the whole page right away. There we go. Okay, now let's try to focus you some. Right there, I guess, is going to be good. Okay, so when you're decorating your page, sort of think about the day. This is for Sunday the 17th. We have an event at Kohl's, as well as a friend of ours, his son's birthday is the 17th. I babysat him when he and my daughter were both little tidbits of nothing. So since it's a boy's birthday, you know, I'm not going to go all pink and cutesy. I'm going to go with something maybe a little bit more boy-like. I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh, we're going to do this. Okay. So this is Scott Expressions tape that I got at Office Depot. This is the only thing I hate about, okay. So it's Scott Expressions tape that I got at Office Depot. Boy, I need to think about what stores I'm talking about. This is my cutter that I use, and no, you're not going to be able to see all of it. I'm sorry. I sort of measure the page, make sure I have enough. Lay that out. Take my scissors, trim it off, set that aside, run my blade across it, and then I pull it up. And you know, I don't really stress about is that exactly in half. It doesn't have to be for me. I'm not that super worried about it. And then you just lay it on your page. And I still suggest that you cut it a little bit bigger than your page, especially if you're going to be cutting it, because like this one, I got lucky and I just did just enough to cover the edges. So in a perfect world, I would have gotten a little bit more and then just trimmed off the edge. I have some friends that are like, why do you do that? Just my personal opinion. I like having the extra so that it's nice and flat on the edges, and you know, it's taped all the way across. I go right up against the edge of the page and stick it down, and before I let go, I take my other fingers and I go across. The other thing that I do that a lot of people don't is I take an old credit card or whatever, and I run it down it. To me, and I'm actually doing this slightly sideways just because the way my camera has to be right now. To me, it secures it a little bit better. Now, I'm again going to cut a section of washi, and I'll show you what I mean by going just a little bit past it. So, I don't know if you can see. So if I go and I line up the red dots or the yellow dots here on the edge, I see that the red dots are at the very edge of the paper. So I'm going to cut off right there at the yellow dots. You know, you don't want to waste your tape, but at the same time, you don't want to make it so that it's so hard to line everything up and then you're short. So I just find it's minimal waste for me. And then it makes it a little bit easier when it goes to you know, laying it down. You don't have to make sure you're on the edge. You don't have to worry about any of that. I just sort of find a good spot and then start laying it down. Then when it sticks on the edges like that, I don't have to hold it here and then go like that. I can just tape it down to my desk and move on. And then we'll cut them off here in a second. Now, I'm going to show you something. So if I laid this down here, it would cover up my date. So this is a lot of the reason that I have the little tiny strips that I have. I line it up on here again, and I sort of go right here where the metal meets the blue. And I cut there. And now I'm just going to check and see if I need to go a little bit farther, and I don't. So I'm just going to adhere that to the page just like we did a moment ago. So I'm not going to worry that you all can't see. Okay. So now I have this little strip of washi tape. Well, I'm one of those, I like my page to go together type gals. So now I have this piece here, and a great place for it, since the way I have my page laid out, is right across the middle. Okay, so it just sort of pulls the page together. Now I could run the same pieces up here, you know, in between. I could, if I had a yellow or green or blue or red or whatever matched my page, I could use those colors. You'll see some of mine are like that. And I just trim off the edges, the little overhangs. I don't like the way it looks when it overlaps each other, so I just sort of pull it up a little bit and then cut it. And then these you just trim off. And normally they stick to your scissors, which actually works really well. And I overlaid it up just a tiny bit on my edge there, so I trimmed that off. So here's a little trick. Well, you're gonna just grab it like that, and I'll get it all on your fingers. Now, if you can see, somebody else used my scissors with tape, and it's stuck on there. So while I'm doing this, I'm going to take time of the move, okay, and take that off. Now you just sort of rub your fingers together. Normally they pull right off, and into the trash it goes. Okay, so now that that's done, you can do a few things. You can either continue to cut your washi tape and run lines down it if that's what you want, or you can leave it like that and start adding stickers. So that's completely up to you. I am going to actually add stickers to mine. I don't think I'm going to run the piece down the middle. Just do something a little bit different. I keep my stickers in this little folder. Now because it's a birthday and an event, I'm just going to use some of these cute sparkly stickers that my friend sent me in a rack. And hers was a true rack. Like she just decided she wanted to send me something. And it was not expected. I didn't join a group for it. She just wanted to send me a surprise. And I hear I have another one coming, and I'm ecstatic about it, because I happen to know a few of the things that are coming in it. She's sort of showed me. She's like I am. Keeping secrets is hard. So we're just going to put those down. And then she sent me some other, there we go, other ones that are sort of similar. So I like these stickers for birthdays. I think that they're cute. And it gives you a little extra, you know, shape and whatnot. So, okay. We have the star there and just some stickers. And you can go farther than that if you want to. I'm actually going to stop. It's a Sunday, and on Sundays I like to write you know, just sort of what's going on for the week, how things have been, any notes that I have. So I sort of like to leave my Sundays plain, because I don't have other activities going on that take up my space. So I can just sort of journal, I guess is what it would be called. So that is how I decorate my page. I have other pages, you know, just washi tape. I used, these are little plastic Post-it notes, and I wrote with Sharpie on these. I like how that looks. This one I didn't do anything other than the washi tape. I have other pages that I mean, I've gone way far out there with a million little dots. You know, there's 1,000 different things that you can use to decorate your page. You can take these index cards and you can, you know, punch them. You can use them whole on when you're using this size book. And then I got these from a lady on one of my groups that I belong to on Facebook. It says to do, don't forget, and reminders. I love these. I need to send her a message and find out where she got them, because look at how cool this is. For those of us, Filofax, ARC, it doesn't matter what type of planner you have, it has this little pulled off part that we can punch, and so it doesn't get into the rest of our stuff or into our notes. And they're like the cutest things ever, and I think that my friend Darcy needs them, so I need to find out where Alicia got them so that I can get Darcy some. Because I haven't seen these in her planner, and I have a hard time getting her things and surprising her with stuff, because she's got a little bit of everything, or a lot bit of everything on certain things. So I like to, you know, try to come up with something that she doesn't have to send to her, and I'm getting ready to send her a box, and so I really want to add those to it. But so that's how I decorate my pages. I cut everything down. I find that it works better with a lot of the washi tapes because some of them are really super thick. You know, I have a gorgeous one for Christmas that I'm not sure how I'm going to use. I have been known to run it across the bottom and in the middle, and then use something else to go around. And I actually picked up this one here from Target, and I got this one from Hobby Lobby, and I got this one from Target, and the golds actually match pretty well. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this here, you know, in the middle or whatever, and then I'll go around it with this one, or the one that came with it is this one here, and I can go around the rest of the page and maybe put this at the top, and actually I'm holding it upside down. They're little ornaments, and I can maybe, you know, run it across the center, use it more as a decoration, I don't know. So when you're buying your washi tape, make sure that either it's a design you can cut, or know that you're not going to want to edge your paper with it necessarily. Like this one, I would never want to edge my paper with because it's just so thick. But this one, I could edge it, or I can cut it down. And then this one's even thinner than those. So if you're just starting, I would recommend investing in the thinner washi tapes to start off with, because when I came up with the idea to cut them, I was very scared. It can be done. I have other designs that are just adorable that I hate cutting, and I've actually found with them that I can do the real thin cut, and I can cut off the border, you know, top and bottom, and then it fits the top perfectly. So if you have any other questions, just let me know.